can always recycle. Like, I really love this system. Like in states, in the public schools, if the sixth standard children who have passed, they move to seventh standard, then the new batch which is going to come, these older students will leave their books for this new batch. So the books get recycled, meaning this year I'm using it, next year somebody else, next year somebody else, next year somebody else. Why can't we share books? Why we have to buy a whole set of new books, which most of the private schools in India use this method? Please excuse me for saying it bluntly. Everything should not be about money. And school is not should not be a business model. And the parents should not be milked for money in name of buying the new book set and, new book set, buy new copies, buy. Why can't we share? Like, I remember in my childhood, um, our aunts would share their clothing, with us. So somebody is elder to me, they use their dress, next year they pass it on. So the other siblings or the cousins will wear it. And lovingly, we would wear it and no drama involved into that. And our parents would say that a dress is a dress and it is as new you feel it. So feel it is new, it is new. Well, maybe it's a very cranky argument, but it worked for us. So we would share our dresses, we would share like our comic books, we would share our stuff with one another. And I remember my mother used to say this, there would be some people in our neighborhood who don't have money enough, to buy their kids the comic books. So our mother used to encourage us to give away our comic books to those friends, right? So it was a nice sharing and bonding which we had. And one thing, because we are talking about children, one thing which I would like to add is that after school and after doing our homework, thank God there was no mad rush of television channels and OTT and all that stuff. So our mothers would kick us out, go and play. And we were so ready to. So we had these hundreds of games which we are playing, running around, jumping around, going to garden, going for stroll, playing cricket, playing badminton, you know, so many things. And then we are all tired and exhausted, and we would eat our dinner and hit the bed. Right? All the anger, which sometimes any person, any kid can have, so that anger is getting a good release while playing. Physically, you are active. Now the kids are sitting on the sofa whole day. When it is a chutti, holiday, the whole day they are on the sofa watching television. And mom, give me this, mom, give me that. And moms are so ready and so nice. They say, child, order from, the home delivery systems. Okay, whatever you like, you. She doesn't want to spare a time to cook a hot meal for the kid. Although I am, again, not that mothers alone should cook. Yes, fathers also can, and the granny, granddad, grandmom, if there are there in your house, anybody. But a child should be always served a hot meal. My mom was not like a very great cook, and she wouldn't cook 3 meals. She would cook once in the day, and we will be fed both the times eat. No choice. Yeah. Hmm. These days, kids say, what's the options? I heard 8-year-old boy saying to mom, Mom, what's the option for the dinner? And mom is going crazy. Chinese, Italian, Thai, Indian, this, that, sandwich, falana, dimkana. In our times, we wouldn't even dare to say what's the option, because jutti, roti. Either mom's slipper or chapati, the roti. What do you want? Or roti or soti? A stick or a roti, the bread. What do you want? So we wouldn't even dare to say, what's the option? No, no. Whatever is there, eat. I don't remember in my childhood ever saying to my mom, it's not good, I want something else. Jutti, rubber, danda, belan, what not. And it was good the TV was for a very limited time, meaning from the Doordarshan, for a very limited time. In those days, I think so, 3 hours, that's it. 3 hours, and that's it, no choice. And I believe kids of that generation, much smarter, much intelligent, much healthy. But well, if you're eating pature and puri and paranthe all the time, well, you won't be healthy anymore then. So I believe there should be like a very limited screen time. I remember one South Indian gentleman, I am saying an Indian from southern part of India. He made this rule in his home that if you want to watch TV, then you have to sit on the floor cross-legged, not on a sofa. So he had 3 kids. They said, Dad, we want to watch TV. Okay, sit on the ground. Sit cross-legged. Spine should be straight. Now watch. How long will they watch? Make a wild guess. And in almost half an hour or so, okay, Dad, it's time to sleep. Go to bed. That was his way to discipline. And please excuse my word, all the crappy stuff which is there on the TV these days, not good. They aren't teaching Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad in the television shows. They are not teaching that. They are having children's reality shows where a young girl of 6, 7 year old is dancing and doing the pelvic thrust, vulgar. And she's being judged with other children of her age who are doing these romantic and sensuous songs. And the whole family is sitting and watching and clapping and hoping that their child wins the award. How brutal for quick money or fame. They have just totally lost it. Can you imagine 6-year-old girl is doing a sensuous song, a vulgar song, and the TV channels and the judges are sitting and watching and giving them how many marks should we give. And it is a shame, I would say, shame in block, capital letters. But the thing is, parents are consuming this kind of material. What to say? I'm all for children dancing and learning to dance. I'm all for children going into learning music or any art form. But please let it be art, not a crappy, trashy, stuff. We need to watch it. And that's why, in this ashram, I have small kids, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. They come to me after learning by heart, say, Mahishasur Mardani Stotra, or Chaupai Sahib, or some Gurbani Shabad, or some Krishna Stotra, or Nirvana Shatkam, or Panchakshari Mantra of Shiva. They come prepared. They have given time, 1 week, 2 week, whatever, and then they recite, chant it over here, and I make sure that they are recorded, and I make sure that this video is shared on my channel, on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, and on my Facebook, wherever. Because this will inspire so many other hundreds and thousands of kids who are going to work learning the beautiful language of Sanskrit, learning beautiful Gurbani, and Of course, today they might not understand the essence of what they are repeating or chanting, but very soon they'll be old enough and they'll be asking. And then the teacher, the mom, the dad, or the granny, they will teach what it means. So that's one of my way to promote our beautiful text, our Gurbani, our Sanskrit chants and sutras and mantras. And mind you, those who do this, I have found this that very conclusively I'm seeing them as they are growing, they are more intelligent. Because it's difficult for that. When 3 years old is singing me Mahishasur Mardani, and then the jaws drop when this little girl is doing it. The 4 years and the 5 years, and they're doing it. And my sole objective, is that the children should be exposed to these kind of what you say, oh, it's difficult. Well, this difficult challenge is going to help the child's brain to grow. Make him more smarter, make her more smarter and intelligent. Don't you want your kid to be that? So these things are like very important. And what I'm saying about usage of computers in the schools should think over. The kids can type a letter, email me, but when I ask them to write down a letter, their handwriting is so bad. It's, you say, what is that? So nobody is writing. Nobody is writing. And now with the digital signatures coming, a day would come, nobody would do their signatures also because that will be digital. Or maybe, through the eye, the scanning is done, or the thumb impression scanning is done. So are we getting more educated, or are we moving towards, in long ago, the illiterate person would use the thumb impression, right? Can't read, can't write. So angutha chap. Put. And now all corporate buildings are nothing wrong. It's great system, but even if you go US, you go England, and they are taking your thumb impressions. They have their own reasons. But I believe making kids write calligraphically, that again enhances the hand and brain relationship. It's very important. It's a craft. It's a craft to write beautiful, nice. Now they choose it, what kind of font you want. Now they don't know how to write. Are we becoming more educated, or are we regressing? Well, that's my opinion. And there are great minds who are working in the education departments. So please don't be offended by my views, but that's my views if it works for you. And I have backing of the scientific research papers who are saying usage of screen is damaging the very gentle and sensitive brains of kids. Do not use it. Do not use it. They are prohibiting it. There is a very famous psychiatrist in California, Dr. Daniel Amen. He had written a book, My Magnificent Brain. Maybe I'm moving a word here or there, but something to do with. But Dr. Daniel Amen, he did a wonderful work. Last 25 years, he's working with the human brains. And he has zeroed down on to many, many things. And one of the things is kids should be kept away from screens, and kids should not be fed sugar, and kids should be made to play games and the sports which are outside. And he was totally against playing boxing or rugby. He said, you are hitting the brain and you can damage it. And later on in the adulthood, the person can have many challenges. Well, he's a doctor, he's a researcher. So when he says something, we need to listen what he's saying. Do you get what I am saying? You'll follow that, what I've said? Yeah, you're a smart boy.